Hello, hello, singles and divorcees and all my party people. I'm super excited. It's the month of October. Yes, one of my favorite months to plan parties. But today I'm here with some juicy stories. Stories about strippers, beatdowns, like fights, fist fights, and missing vehicles. You guys ready to hear all about it? Good. Because I brought me some drinks. You know you want one. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Like, I'm about to talk about strippers, and I know you guys are going to really be interested in this one because there's an unexpected fight. Your girl, Spice, okay, back in the day when I was like in my 20s, I experienced some really bad relationships, and that's probably why I'm divorced and breakup party planner to this day. So anyways, I had a cheating boyfriend who is now an ex. I don't know if he necessarily cheated like he slept with a girl at the moment, but he's cheating because he's lying to me. Do you guys consider that cheating? I do. And I don't think cheating has to necessarily be physical. It's just lying, like bold-faced lying. Tell me you're going to be somewhere and you're really not there. So anyways, at one point I seen that he had text messages in his phone, and I've got word or whiff that he goes to strip clubs. Let me tell you why I think he goes to strip clubs. I found receipts, and they say like Panteras. That's like a really low down, trashy strip club in Phoenix, Arizona, like off the avenues. If you live there, it's like off of Indian School, and like I want to say like 35th or 43rd Avenue, but they have the lowest of the lowest strippers there, like straight trash. Like they look like they came off the Hostro, like off of Van Buren. If you're from Arizona, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what the Hostro is, like Van Buren. They have like these really ugly females, like the ones that look like they had no parents, the ones that look like they probably have some bullet wounds, the ones that look like they're on drugs. These were not no classy strippers. These are like bottom of the barrel hoes. So anyway, so this night I told my girls I'm going to give them aliases so I don't reveal their identity. The one's named Tiki. We got Tiki and Incognito. I'm like, why don't we go up to the strip club and see if we see his ass come out? Ladies, have you guys ever done that? Have you ever went to see if your spouse was hanging out at the strip club? This was a first for me. But there's more than one night that I've done this. So I'm just going to reveal my secrets right now. So all these guys are listening in and trying to see what your girl talks about or what she thinks. You have to get an earful right now. So anyways, so it's me and my two girls, and we're rolling like Set It Off, okay? My girl has a black wig on and she has her shades.
Oh, please, Mama. Bitch. Oh,
that's why she's called Incognito. My other girl, and this girl has like 5 kids, but that didn't stop her. I don't even remember who watched her kids that night. They probably watched themselves for all. It was that bad. And what's even worse is my boyfriend at this time was like best friends with her baby daddy. Yeah. Whew, let me just tell you, birds of a feather run the streets together. Okay, that's what these two fools were doing at one point. So she's gonna roll with me. So we pull up. I want to say it's Kmart is right next door to the strip club, right? Phoenix people, isn't that right? I'm in California right now, but isn't that right? At the time, it was right there, a parking lot, right in Circle K. No, not Circle K, my bad. Not Circle K. Kmart, my bad. Oh my god, I haven't even really started drinking yet. But anyways, Kmart. How fitting, like the cheap, low apparel next to the trashiest strip club that you could find in Arizona. Which, if you ask me, most of them are kind of trashy altogether. But I do know a couple strippers now, so I have a little bit more understanding of them. Before, I just hated strippers because it's like, just didn't get them. Why you'd sell your body. But now that I know a couple, I'm like, they're just chill, they're cool. So that's just, I don't mind the male strippers from our parties now. Double standards, but hey, they've been doing it for a while, so ladies, it's our turn. Okay, so we pull up in this parking lot, and we drive up real close. And we're sitting there, we're laughing, we're telling stories, we're like, what are we going to do if this motherfucker comes out? Are we going to say anything? Are we going to just sit here? Are we going to see one of his friends come out this month? So we're just sitting there chilling, like, a good, 15 minutes, just telling stories. I think my girl Incognito was probably drinking, because she always drinks. So she's probably drinking over there. And we're telling our war stories. We've had many war stories. Already in our 20s. So as we're sitting there, we're just enjoying the night. The dude walks out of the strip club. That's to be expected, right? He walks out the strip club. So he just walks out, and we're just talking amongst each other, and then pow! I mean, pow! Like this loud ass noise and all this ruckus. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What's going on over there? So we rolled down the window. Of course we rolled down the window. We're like, what's going on over there? So then we see like a ponytail. We're like, okay, we seen a dude and now we see a ponytail. And then we hear this noise like, someone pushed someone and then they slap them, like slap the fuck out of them. Like, I mean, I think the dude probably still feels the pain right now. Can you guys guess who slapped the shit out of him? Do you think it's his Uncle Benny? His mother, maybe? Ladies, you already know the answer. I didn't know though. So I was totally in shock. Like, this girl seen her man. I guess I thought we were the only ones stalking this motherfucking strip club. I thought it was just us three. Like, I thought we were the only three crazy women in Phoenix, Arizona to stalk a motherfucker in the strip club. Let me tell you, we were not the only women in that parking lot stalking dudes. This female just bombed on him like she bombed on him like she seen the devil or something. How else can I explain? She bombed on him like she wanted that motherfucker to die, or she wanted him to learn a lesson. So after we died laughing, all three of us, Incognito, and Tiki, and me, I mean, I was just stunned. I mean, she was living the dream. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do if I seen, my ex, well, now he's the ex, but the boyfriend at the time. I didn't know what I was going to do if I seen him in that fucking strip club. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I'm like, I'm going to run this motherfucker over. I don't want to run nobody over, but I sure do think about it.
You bitch ass nigga! I don't give a fuck! I don't give a fuck!
Give me my key.
I ain't giving you shit, bitch! If I give you the keys, I'm gonna go to jail. My food shoes gonna be for a reason.
Give me my key.
If I go to jail, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch!
She's my wife.
Yes!
Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. She trying to ride off in my car. She don't have no license. She trying to tear up my shit. She's stealing my car. I want to report my vehicle stolen. Bitch, you got a car too. Oh! Crazy ass bitch! What? You crazy ass bitch! Pull off!
So she just lived the dream. She did what all the ladies want to do. She just saw that sucker. Like, she was better than the private investigators. Like, she was on his ass and on his face. And I'm like, he couldn't even say shit. Like, I don't know if she's married to him or what, but I bet you he regrets going to that strip club and not telling her. Her lying to her about where he was going. But yeah, that was like the highlight of my night. But it gets better. Okay, so after we had our drinks, after we peeped out the fight in the parking lot, we're like, we're gonna go in there. I never been inside a strip club ever. And I'm like trying to be a good person and have some morals, you know, and live the family life with this person. So, you know, I'm not fond of strip clubs. So for me to pull up in this parking lot, see someone get beat down, I'm already out of my element. Even with a couple drinks, I'm out of my element. I don't even know if I was really drinking, but my friend, for sure, I know she had a drink at one point. I'm sure I had at least one. So anyway, so I go in the strip club, and I'm like terrified of even going to the strip club. I'm like, who is going to see me in this mode? Who is going to see me? I'm like, my face is probably red. Because I'm like, I felt like I was walking into like the swingers club, which there's a swingers club down the street. I've been there too, but that's a whole other story. I'll have to say that story for another day. I've done my share of stalking people and partying. Okay, you don't get to be a divorce and break a party planner out of nowhere. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. So I'm going through, you know, get ID'd or whatever. And I walk past these little dirty tables, see the bar in the back. You know, the place wasn't very, like, nice looking or anything. It's like I said, the bottom of the barrel type of strip club. Like, no class or anything. It's just like some tables there and like some little stage. And so I'm sitting there, and I think my friends eventually came in. And then I was like, okay, let me go to the restroom. So I go to the restroom, and I think there are other strippers or workers there. They started asking me questions like, what brings me there? Or talking to me like, I want to talk to any of them. I didn't want to talk to any of them. I'm like the jealous, possessive, crazy woman type. So I'm like, I do not want to be associating with these types of females. Try to play cool, but honestly, you guys, it's just not my type of crowd. So I'm looking at these ratchet females. I'm like, oh my god. So then I go and sit down at the table. I'm sitting there. And then, like, there's a girl, like, in the middle of the dance floor, a stripper. And, like, she does not even know chest, no behind, no ass, nothing. Like, I always thought that strippers would be, like, gorgeous, like, with curves, like a pretty face or something. No. They're not always pretty. They're not always cute. They don't always have a shape. And some of them look like they probably had like 20 kids within 1 year. Because they got stretch marks like just everywhere. In places that you wouldn't even think you have stretch marks. Yeah. Meditate on that one. So anyways, I see this ratchet dance. And I'm like, oh my god, please tell me I don't see no one I know up in here. And then I look. And there's some dude at the table, and I'm like, oh my god, he looks familiar. I'm like, he looks like I went to school with him, or like I worked with him, or he knows, maybe he's one of my friend's boyfriends. And I was like, oh, god, please don't let no one see me. Please don't let no one see me. And I was like, oh my god, this is scary for a person like me to go up in there. So it gets worse. I'm sitting here and like to my right there's like the world's ugliest dude. Like he looks like they just picked him up out of Home Depot parking lot. I'm sorry, you guys. That sounds really horrible. You know what I mean? But I mean, he's like one of those types. I'm not, you know, okay, I already sound bad enough. But yeah, he looked like one of those types. And then the female stripper starts like grinding up and on him and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, oh my God, how much do you get paid to do that? Like, them bitches are probably getting $2. So like, 20 if you're lucky to grind on the Home Depot dude. I mean, that is not my career or my fantasy job or anything like that. Like, and if you're going to be dealing with strippers, at least get some good looking strippers and get some good looking clientele, because Panteras, you guys need to do better than that. I'm like, way better than that. Anyways, so she's grinding up on him and like, there's like hardly any clothes on her at all. Like, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, this is what the fuck goes on at the strip club. I'm probably like turning red out of anger and just being enraged. Because after seeing that, I'm thinking in my head, you might as well just go screw that girl like right there. Because there's like what? Not even an inch of material between that client and that stripper. I mean, like, all I need to do is stick it in penetration and that had sex. I don't care what no one says. At those strip clubs, there's sex going down, or they might as well be in my book. Because that is not going to pass for me. Like, if you're hanging out the strip club, just don't talk to me. You working at the strip clubs as a male, you have no chance here. You own the strip club, no. I don't want nothing to do with you. And so, like, okay, so now that I peeped out the scene and knows what goes down at the strip club, I'm like pissed off. And I'm like, I don't want nothing more to do with this dude. Anyways, so that saga, or that portion of my story, ends there. And then another day, I'm at the house and I see a receipt for like $600, and this was for Panteras. $600 at a strip club. How many of you guys have spent $600 at a strip club? I mean, I find that to be like just unreal and crazy to me. What makes it even worse is if you have a kid with a person like that, like, who doesn't buy diapers for their own kid, doesn't buy them clothes, formula, or nothing, but you spent $600 at a strip club. Do you guys think I was going to let that fly? Anyone who knows me from high school, do you think I was going to let that fly? Hell no. I am not dealing with anyone who spends like fucking their time and energy at the strip clubs like on a regular basis. But to top it off, like, if I let that pass or just like brushed it underneath the rug, when I seen that $600 receipt, oh yeah, there was no turning back after that. $600 receipt. And I was told that they had to cash a check there. They didn't really spend $600 there. Do you think I care if you really cashed a check there, or if you fucking spent $600 there? The whole point is $600 is going into a strip club. $600. That's enough to pay for a month's worth of rent in Arizona. Back then, especially, but that was like 20 years ago. How are you going to spend $600 at a strip club, but you have not bought your child an outfit, a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, paid for like a field trip? Just blows my mind that there's people out there like that, but they exist, ladies. And let me tell you, if you're dating one of them, you need to ditch their ass, like, and ditch their ass with the quickness. I'm sorry, fellas, if you're watching this, listening to me, this is who I am. I'm sorry. If that's how you operate, trust, I don't want nothing to do with you. We're in a whole other league. Okay, so that was my first stripper experience. I got some more stripper stories. You guys want to hear them? Let me see. Which one should I tell you guys about? Okay, there's another strip club down the street. Not down the street, but let's say like 5 or 10 miles down. Towards McDowell and like 27th Avenue. Close to where the Arizona State Fair is. Drop a comment if you've ever been to that strip club. I know you guys ain't gonna say it. Some of you might. Or put a little drink symbol if you've been to that strip club. Anyway, so I go in there with my friend. I think we went with a male friend. This had to do with, like, we're just hanging out with some guys. I think they're, like, business partners or, like, friends. Like, we worked with them at one point. So we went. And this one was a little bit better. Strip club, I'll say that. It looked a little bit more classier. Like, they had a larger area and big, huge tables. And it's well lit up. And the strippers can go up the stairs and then, like, come slide down, you know, the stage, make their entrance and stuff. So that wasn't too bad. I could deal with that. But this is what I cannot deal with. I'm sitting there with Incognito once again. It's my favorite friend to do some dirt with. So we're sitting there, and the dude that we came with, a friend, or like I said, someone we worked with in the past or something. We're sitting there, and he gives this girl, like, I don't know, $10, 20, I don't know. And she, like, bends over and spreads her butt cheeks open. And we, like, seen it all. I mean, like, internal organs and everything. For what? 5, 10, 20 bucks? Whew, you just show the whole world all your insides. So that was my second experience with strip clubs. It wasn't what I like to see or where I like to go. So, I think those were like the last two that I ever went to in Arizona. But, I have a third story that you guys, if you've ever been scorned, ladies, you will really love this stripper story. So, my girl, we used to work together. She's married, and she has a daughter at the time. So, both her and I are college classmates, and then we went on to work with one another. That's my girl. Her name starts with a D. If you're watching, girl, hey, you're the best of the best. So anyways, she's driving down the street one night. Her husband's not home. She really ain't even thinking about him, you know. She's probably on her way home from work or something. Anyways, she's driving down the street. She happens to see the strip club. I guess it's on the way home. She sees her husband's car there. I thought he was supposed to be at home or mowing the lawn or making some money or something like that. But anyways, she sees his car. What do you guys think she did? Do you think she flattened the tires? Do you think she called in? What would you do? She is like a superhero to me. I mean, like, I think I need to have her on my show as a guest. I don't know if I could get her on. I don't know if she's even married still. but wait till you hear the story. Like, she's the shit. Okay, when you talk about the shit, she's the shit. She is like my superhero. Anyways, so homegirl, she has like the same keys that he has. Like, they both have keys to this car. So you think she got in that car and waited on him? You think she like sat in the parking lot waiting for him to come out the strip club? How do you think the story ends? she took her keys, opened the car door, or truck door, whatever it was at the time. She started that car up. If you guys think she didn't, she started that car up and she drove it off somewhere. I don't remember if it was at her home or on the side street. I really don't have confirmation. I just know she took the car. Mind you, this man has told her that, like, you know, he's doing something productive, which is a bold-faced lie because we see his car at the fucking stripper's parking lot. She drove that car off. She chilled. However women chill, you know, maybe she had a drink, maybe she called up her friend, maybe she told her dad or her sister, the whole family tree. So her husband comes out of the strip club looking for the car. How do you play this one off, fellas? How are you going to play it off? How are you going to tell your wife that the car is missing from the strip club when you're supposed to be out doing something productive? That had to be the funniest story I've ever heard. So she lets him think that the car has been stolen. So he had no choice but, you know, to call her up and, like, I don't know if he lied to her or if he told the truth, but I thought that was the funniest story that a married woman has ever done. I mean, she gave him a hard time, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't make that shit easy for him to go out to the strip club. She made him probably really think twice about pulling the wool over her eyes. Shoot! I learned something from her. What do you guys think I learned? To have 2 keys to the same vehicle. Have a spare. That woman is going to be a legend for as long as I live and into the next afterlife. So those are my 2 stripper club stories. If you guys want to hear about the swinger club, I got a story on that. If you want to hear about the swinger club story, you're going to have to drop me a comment. Let me see here. If there's anything else I need to share with you guys, check it out. Pass this down on me. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask, what strip club stories do you guys have? I'd like to know, have you guys done some similar things? Have you guys seen some strip club fights break out? Were you a stripper before? What are your thoughts on strippers? Leave me some comments or inbox me on Instagram at spicydivorcepartyplanner.com. Oh, I have another stripper story. Okay, I should go back to this dude that I was telling you guys about earlier, that I'm no longer with, the ex. Thank God for moving him out of my life. So this fool, you know how he spent $600 at the strip club? Later on, I discover in life, or find out, or stumble upon, I find out that he was messing with one of the strippers there. And he ends up having a baby with this female. What kind of mother is a stripper? I don't know. I have some stripper friends, like I said, some acquaintances actually. I mean, what kind of mother is a stripper? I don't know. I don't know if it's a good combination, being a mother and, you know, taking your clothes off for the entire world. And working those late night shifts and being around people who drink and around drugs. That's my view. I don't know what you guys think. I'm kind of old school. But anyways. So I see this chick, the one that he had a baby with. She's like a mother on social media with like see-through white pants with no underwear on. That's just nasty. Like, what kind of woman does that and has the audacity to be a mother? How many of you guys wear see-through white pants with no underwear on? I wouldn't even think about that. Like, I wouldn't even think about that. Because my family would beat the hell out of me. But yeah, they exist. And do you guys think that my ex and this woman with the white see-through pants with no underwear on, who had a child by him, is still with him? Do you think he went and made a better choice with the stripper? The answer is no. Of course not. He's not with her. This wench, she tried to argue with me on the phone and made her seem like she wants something special. But you guys are both trash. Like, he's living in the strip club. You're working at the strip club. You guys lie. Spend money on ridiculous shit. Of course they're not going to work out. You don't do dirt and then just expect greatness to happen to you. No. So those are some of my tragic and funny and unexpected stripper stories. I'd like to hear your guys' stripper stories. Thank you for joining me for story time. Party people, I'd like to catch up with you on my next drink review. So tell me what drinks I should be drinking right now since it's October. And on that note, I'm going to start planning to make my next divorce and breakup party. Okay. Bye for now. Cheers! Subscribe, share, and like.